set phase 2 of the courthouse roof bid project.
As the board will recall, in 2024, we received a grant for around $257,000 from the Georgia Historic Preservation Society to re-roof courthouse. Unfortunately, we wrote that grant, and the amount we were given to put in the grant was awarded. However, the material that is on the roof is actual a slate roof that is an extremely expensive material, and there are 2 places in the United States that our contractor that is bid can get that. It's either Vermont or California. What you have before you is the bid, the only bid we received, and that was from Hobbs Coaters Roofing, which is the gentleman that did the flat roof part. And the reason it was in 2 phases is when Mr. Carl was here, he wanted the flat sections done, which were done back in November and December. And we were trying to determine at that time if the Georgia Historical Society would agree for us to use an imitation type slate put on the roof to keep the cost from being so high, because at the time they were estimating it was going to be over $500,000 to replace that slate with a true slate material. So I have been in discussions with the Historical Society and with Mr. Beal over the last several weeks, and he was the only person that bid. What you have before you is a bid that's got several components to it. And what we have looked at is, as he removes the slate that's on there now, being extremely careful to remove those and being able to use that same slate, because you can do that. There are some pieces of that slate material that is broken and cracked over the course of time, and those cannot be salvaged. But what you can salvage, we want to reuse in that project if possible. There is a slight chance that what has been put on there the last time that the roof was repaired, and it was not by Mr. Beal, could be a very good quality imitation slate. And what he has to do is remove that material. We're going to have to determine what that material is, and then go back to the Historical Society and tell them that what's on there is an imitation, and get their approval to continue that use of that imitation. So it's not an easy process. However, what you have before you is 3 bids. It's 1 bid, but it's 3 different numbers. And the reason for that is the least amount of money is if he can save as much as the slate as possible. And there are some extra sheets of slate that's up in that attic area up here already that he can salvage and use. The highest number, I think, is around $226,000, and that is if we cannot use anything, and he has to do the whole job and order the material from whichever is the cheapest price, in California or Vermont. So I know that's confusing, but the bids there, we only have 1 bid. The highest amount is $226,000. What I would ask, and Mr. Beal's recommendation is as well, is you approve the $226,000 bid. We still have, I think, $208,000 left in that grant, so some of the money we still have to come out of our pocket. However, if he can salvage, the more he can salvage, the more money he'll be able to save us, and that's why we're hoping it's going to be the least amount, but it could be as high as $226,000. We don't have to come back to the board and ask for an increase. We want you to know up front, it could be as much as this, but we're hoping it's going to be this. So, and we have $280,000 to use in the grant now. That's what's going on. But I can use you.
So depending on how much he can salvage and how much he can find in the clock tower or in the attic, which extra slate would bring the cost down. But it's got to be fixed.
Well, Well, you can look at that lake right there. That's water. I mean, it's dry, but it's, oh, yeah.
All right, do we is it in here?
He was the only one. It's not included as
Okay, have a motion table, second. Motion by Commissioner Pop, second by Commissioner McIntyre. All in favor of table? Any opposed?